Can you hear me now? Sound check. Can you guys hear this? All right, good. So we got sound back. So I'll start over again. Welcome to the Keystone Clash 2023. I'm Crypt Keeper Aquatics, and let's see who has shown up so far. We got Scotty Aquati in here first. Good morning. We got Fishy on, Latoya. Scroll down. We got Dawn here this morning. Good morning. We have Bipolar. What's up, Steve? Fish Fam Link and Clashy have both arrived. Good morning. We've got Mimic Nature. And Deb's here. Vibes, good morning. We got Joey. Good morning. We have Big Ben. What's up? We have Dixie Doo. Good morning. What's up, Adele? See if anyone else is here that I haven't called out yet. Nope. All right. So what's going on? I am allowing anyone that's awake right now and at the Clash to come crash this stream and join me. So if you're awake and feel motivated, come on down to the first floor and just pop right in. It'll be a good time. But let's talk about my adventure so far here at the Clash. So I was driving from central New York. It took about 5 hours to get down here. I arrived Wednesday around 5:30 at night. And this is my first time having a vendor booth. Normally I ship my shrimp using breather bags. And for the vendor booth, I got some poly bags. That way you could still see what was inside all of them. And for whatever reason, they decided to leak out all of the air on at least half of the bags. So I've been rebagging the shrimp all last night and this morning. I still have a few more to go before I set up the booth this morning. And I am running a little bit late on that, but that's quite all right. I'll get there. The vendor room doesn't open until 9 o'clock, so I do have a little bit of time yet. And so that was the first thing that I noticed as soon as I checked in. The bags lost all of their air. None of them lost any water, luckily, and nothing had perished, so that's really, really good. So I get in, I check in the hotel, I send Scotty a message asking if there was anything I could do to help out setting up. He said, absolutely, just come on down. We need all the help we could get. So I get down there and right away I saw Jenna and Steven and Annette, super awesome people. Always a pleasure to see them. And so Scotty had me helping set up the fish show. And the first thing we had to do, we had to go over to the storage locker and grab all of the tanks, all of the wood pieces to assemble the racks. And that was about 3 or 4 trips between 4 trucks. And there were a lot of tanks. I didn't count them. I'm sure if Scotty's here this morning, he has an exact number of how many tanks there are. But so we got all that in on Wednesday night, and then Thursday morning, 7 o'clock, we started back at it, assembling all of the racks and getting everything set up there, all the airlines and filling up the tanks. And that was a huge project with a whole lot of hands in the mix. So that was super helpful. We all worked really well as a team getting it put together. And so that was a good time. Around 1:30 or so, I had to head out to the Philadelphia airport and pick up some fish that were donated to the Clash. And so I went out to the airport. I didn't know exactly where I was supposed to go. And so I get there. I didn't see any signs for any sort of parcel service or anything like that. I was driving around for a little bit trying to figure it out. I went into Google and it told me to go over to Cargo City. So I did. I found it, got the boxes. And then it was time to pick up Dan and Jason two of the guest speakers here. And so I was waiting in the parking lot up there for just a little bit, not too awful long, for them to for their plane to land. And the ride back, we had some really good conversations. I learned a lot about them and some of their interests and stuff. Dan helped me out a lot with some advice on what to do with the bags of shrimp that were all deflating on me. So he said to double knot them and double bag them, because the plastic the plastic in the bags that I ordered, for whatever reason, they're a little trickier and they do like to leak air a little bit. So that's what I've been working on there. All right, let's see if anyone else has popped in here this morning. So where was I? We got Vibes here. Good morning. It was very awesome to meet you finally, Vibes. You need to wake up and come down here and stream with me, though. Let's see. Vibes is drinking coffee, and so am I. Although hotel coffee is not always the best. I'm super thankful there's a McDonald's right across the parking lot, but I did not wake up in enough time, or didn't have enough time saved, rather, with all the rebagging of the shrimp. I've been awake since about 4 o'clock, but so I didn't take a walk over there. I'd just been suffering with the hotel coffee. Still better than nothing. Hey, Fishy On's headed to the Clash. Super exciting. You're going to have to stop by and see me at my booth. Good morning, Xanadu. That's right. Clash it up, clash it up. Hey, Big Ben. So this isn't my background. This is in the YouTuber lounge at the Keystone Clash. This is what they have up behind us. So that's super awesome that they were able to provide the backdrop for us. They've got some lights, a microphone, a camera. Basically, all you need is a way to connect to the internet. So that's super awesome that they brought this down for all of us YouTubers to utilize. And Steve is still waking up in South Florida. All right, so let's talk about some of the things that I brought to the Clash. So I've got a whole bunch of crypts, obviously. How could I be Crypt Keeper Aquatics and not have any crypts with me? So I've got a couple of the Wentii varieties. I've got Lutea, Pink Flamingo, Pontoderifolia, Costata, and a few others. I've got a whole bunch of moss. I've got mini Christmas moss, spiky moss, pointed spear moss, peacock moss, pilo moss, and a few others there. I've got some odds and ends plants, some floaters, some Java ferns. And then for shrimp, I've got just a few of them with me because I am going to be leaving early Sunday morning, so I won't be here for the auction to offload any that I still had. And I'm going to be going straight over to my sister's wedding from here. And I don't want to have to keep the shrimp in the camper for too long, so I'm really hoping to be able to sell out. If not, I'll figure something out and keep them super safe in the camper. But there is air conditioning in there, so it shouldn't get too hot for them. And Geek Boy showed up. Good morning. Very nice to meet you this morning. Thank you. And so that's what I've got for the livestock. And then I also brought some of my snowflake food with me today. So I'll have that available for sale. What else? Poseidon's Pets, I've got a bunch of his 3D printed accessories. I've got some boss ledges and shrimp feeding trays, some shrimp lolly stick holders, and those work really, really well to hold your shrimp lollies in place in the substrate. That way it's not floating back up and just being a nightmare for you. And he did provide me a discount code. I believe it's Clash 20. Let me grab my phone quick and double check. So Kyle, thank you so much for that. But yes, that is the discount code, Clash 20. And so that's super awesome of him. Thank you. So Big Ben has given up on mollyfish. They cause problems to the other fish they are in with, but the only ones that die, the mollyfish that is. Okay, so mollyfish, in my experience, they can be a little bit nippy, a little aggressive, and that's why I don't like to keep them anymore. I do like the way that they look, but I just prefer to keep more peaceful fish, and really the smaller fish is what I prefer for the most part. I do have a 75 with a bunch of rainbows that's absolutely beautiful though, and I will not get rid of that. So Steve's going to Skelly Fest in Miami tomorrow. Super, super exciting. Hopefully we can see some footage of that. And it looks like someone has crashed the stream right now. So let me move over, give some room. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you this morning?
Good.
I'm awake. I told you.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, this here is Vibes Aquatics. And he is awake. He's a trooper. We were all up in the parking lot last night. I went in at 12:30, and there were still 20 of them out there mingling and having a grand old time. But knowing that I had so much to do this morning, I had to call it a night at about 12:30.
Mm-hmm. Now, I went to bed around 12. So this first thing, it was cold outside. So I'm from Texas. So this is enough. I'm going to take a hot shower and went to bed. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Grant and Shelby yesterday when they arrived, they were both shivering. They looked very miserable. They are not used to this weather at all. It was like 75 degrees probably, if I had to guess.
Yeah, down there in Texas when I left, it was like 100 degrees when I left in Texas. So going on 50 degrees, that's a 50-degree drop. But it's good to be here.
Yeah, definitely a lot of fun.
What's the topic today?
Just talking about the experience so far here at the Clash.
Awesome. Sorry, I didn't catch all the live stream yet.
That's all right.
Replay.
That's all right. That's what the replay's for. Replay crew rocks.
Right. Good morning, Scotty. Yeah, I met Scotty the first time. Yesterday. Actually, I met a lot of people yesterday for the first time. It's kind of weird.
Yep. Yeah. So when I got introduced to Vibes, he asked, "So do you know who I am?" And seeing someone on camera versus in person, for whatever reason, it doesn't always click with me, and I was drawing a complete blank.
It was interesting. Tim was the first person so far yet at the Clash that has not recognized me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the one that don't recognize people. So.
Yep, but and then someone that doesn't YouTube a lot, Chris George, I recognized him almost immediately.
Which is weird.
Yeah.
And now I'm supposed to be doing live streams every week, and he didn't recognize.
Mm-hmm. Good morning, Tommy. What's up?
Hey, Tommy, you should be here.
Yeah, you definitely should take the flight up real quick.
Yeah. The airport's right next door to you and us, so hey.
If you take a flight up today, I will personally drive you back to the hotel. So you don't have an Uber ride.
Wow. That's
So-
first class service right there.
That's a huge deal for you. You're saving $100 on an Uber, and you get to see both me and Vibes.
Mm-hmm. No, it'd be more Tim than anything. So you got a lot of shrimp in the booth, fish, plants?
Yeah, I've got a lot of plants, mostly crypts.
Mhm.
And then I've got a bunch of moss with me. For shrimp, I've got a few different varieties. I brought some, I got one bag of black and red crystal mix. I've got a couple bags of the red nanasi. I've got one bag of the purple nanasi. So if you're looking for purples and you're here at the Clash, hit me up immediately because I'm sure they're going to sell real quick. I didn't want to bring too many just because of the price point and being I'm going to be traveling to the wedding before actually going back home. So if I didn't sell out on those, I really didn't want to have a loss on them if something did happen.
Right.
What else did I bring? I've got some raccoon tigers. I've got some stardust shrimp with me. Then I've also got a bunch of shrimp and snails for the fish show.
Nice. So if I got shrimp, how long do I have until I need to get them home?
Probably about 4 or 5 days.
Okay.
They can still stay safe in the bag.
And these are Neos? You bought?
No, I only brought Caradina for
Caradina.
sale today.
So I guess I'm out of luck, y'all.
Well, not entirely because Mark Shelley is here as well as Grant and Shelby over to the Garden of Eater, and both of those folks should have a bunch of Neos available for you.
But I want Tim's shrimp. I mean, the best in the business, you know?
Yeah. I like to think that Grant, Shelby, and Mark are all a few tiers well above me.
Mm-hmm.
They've all three of them have a lot more experience than I do with the shrimp so far.
Right. Talking about shrimp, what food do you feed your shrimp?
I feed a wide variety of food for my shrimp. I did a really in-depth live stream a few months ago on that,
Now, how did I miss
explaining
that?
why. I'm not sure.
I go back to and watch it.
Yeah, that was one of the 9 o'clock in the morning streams, so that's
Yeah.
probably why.
Yeah, that's why. No, that means I'll be at work at that time.
That-
It'd be 8 my time.
Yeah, not a lot of people are crazy enough to be on YouTube at 9 in the morning.
Even right now, I mean, I'm it's kind of crazy. I'm up right now.
Mm-hmm.
My whole schedule has been wrecked. Getting up, the hour difference, I'm still struggling with that. It's an hour, but an hour is a big difference.
Yeah. Yep.
'Cause right now, usually at home, I'll be just getting up, going to get breakfast normally. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when I went to Chicago last October, the time zone definitely messed with me the first day.
Mhm. So have you met Cats Aquatics?
Yeah. Yep.
Awesome.
I saw Kat at the Keystone Clash last year, and then again at Aqua Shella.
Chicago?
Yep.
Okay, awesome. I only met her once. This was in Dallas one year.
Yeah. Okay.
She told me I'm supposed to stop by. But how do you feel about that shrimp food?
I like it.
Mhm.
It doesn't break apart real quickly, so it does provide calcium for a little bit longer than some of the other
Mhm.
shrimp foods.
Right.
Now, getting back to your question earlier, which foods I like to
Mhm.
get, I really like the Shrimp Envy line a lot.
Okay.
They've got a good mix of everything. They've got a complete food, a protein-packed food, one that's heavy in minerals, and then one called Food Fight, which basically throws food all over the tank, and it feeds the babies very, very well, and the shrimp go absolutely crazy for it.
Trying to think, what does Grant sell? The
Crayfish Empire.
yeah.
He's got a few food products. He does shrimp sticks. He sells some Snello and snail cookies. And my shrimp love the snail cookies. The same with my Corys. They go crazy over it. And about 5-10 minutes after they start piling up, you'll see all the snails just start trying to slowly make their way over to it.
And if y'all here at the Clash and got a bag, it's a good chance that there's some Grant's food in there, shrimp food.
Oh, that's very good to know.
Yeah, I got inside of that. I was helping set him up yesterday, goodie bags. So that was awesome. Got to see what's going in.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't collected my goodie bag yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. I dropped the cat. I should have told you. Now you're not going to be surprised.
Yeah. I knew there was going to be all sorts of awesome stuff in there, though, because I did watch Scotty's stream where he was unpackaging all of it.
Yeah.
That was a huge amount that Grant had provided for that.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you so very much. I know a lot of the attendees here are going to be super thankful as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I met Grant first time. Yesterday. Yeah, I didn't know who he was. And once you mentioned the name, like that's you,
Yep.
guy that I see in this. I talk regularly on the chat. You know,
Mhm.
It's kind of interesting meeting someone for the first time, even though you've been talking to someone for a long time.
Yeah, especially those that don't show their face ever on YouTube or have a public profile on Facebook or whatever. Like Geek Boy, I met him for the first time this morning, and that was super, super exciting.
Yeah, the geek, I met him. He came up and gave me a big hug. This is a nice guy, whatever.
Mhm.
And then about half an hour later, also in a clip, this is Geek Boy. Hey, that's cool.
Yep.
And here I was acting weird. Just hey, Craig, you know, you really should be here. Just saying.
Yeah, Craig, come on over from Australia and have some fun today. It's only what, a 20-hour flight?
Yeah, probably would be, yeah. I understand that Mark Sterlson's planning to be here next year.
Yeah, that's what he keeps saying.
Mhm.
I really hope that does happen. I'd really love to meet him.
So how did you get lucky to get this time in the morning?
It was open yesterday, and I sent Jenna a message because I know she's doing a killer job organizing all of this stuff for us. And I asked her, I'm like, hey, I don't see anyone on the schedule. Can I get a second stream slot? And she said, absolutely, go for it. So I signed up for it, and I woke up, and I'm here.
Yeah, I'm guessing probably a lot of people want to sleep in. Probably.
Yeah, yep. I can fully understand that after all the festivities that occurred last night.
Yeah. Some people were, happy.
Yep.
Hey, don't get me wrong. I was happy too, but not in that way. Good morning, Dave.
What's up, Dave? How you doing?
You actually out of bed? That's impressive. So, what would be encouragement for those that don't regularly show their face to
just turn the camera on and press record? Just do it. So when I first started the channel, I started it as a faceless channel. I didn't even talk in the first couple of videos that I did because I've never been comfortable either hearing my own voice or even just seeing myself on video. It just feels unnatural and kind of awkward to me. And then there was a couple videos that I narrated behind the scenes, behind the camera, not showing my face at all. And I got a little bit comfortable with that. And after work one night, Hippie John the Fisherman was streaming, and he posted up a link to StreamYard and asked if I wanted to hop up. So I got up there for a few minutes. I think it was like 20 minutes or so at the most. And that was very intimidating for the first time showing my face. And but I had a lot of fun in the end. And I just slowly got into it a little bit more with showing my face in my edited videos and started streaming a little bit more. I've been working with Grant and Shelby. I've got a little segment in their channel now for a few minutes in the dead middle of their stream.
Which is the best part of the stream?
I don't know. I think the best part of the stream is that Shelby's there.
Yeah, actually.
She's awesome.
I enjoy watching them we got disagree on the live stream. It's interesting.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yep.
No, back when I started, actually, Adele, a collaboration of curiosities,
Mm-hmm.
she asked me to come up. That's been a couple years ago, and okay, I came. I had my phone. I didn't have anything. I just had my phone, so I came up
Mhm.
on the live stream. It was weird. So I fixed for the first time. I mean, I've changed a lot since then.
Yeah.
I mean, some people say Vibes is a great guy and everything, but you don't know until you see him in person.
Yeah, I've definitely changed a lot over the past year and a half that I've been on YouTube as well. I've definitely opened up a lot more. I'm getting a lot more involved in the community. I've signed up for a couple of club memberships this past summer. I've made a lot of trips to Pennsylvania. I made a trip to Chicago. A year ago, my first time here at the Clash, that was my very first fishy event. And I had a great time, but I'm really introverted, so I was really shy the first year. And this year, I was a lot more comfortable, definitely mingling a lot more, and opening up a lot more.
Right. So you thinking that live streaming has helped you get out of the part of being introvert?
Oh, absolutely. It's definitely helping.
Yeah. Because back before I started, I would not be here. That's for sure.
Yep.
So it kind of pushed me out of that box, which is
Yes.
that's a great thing.
Yeah, between streaming and then also attending all of these events.
Hey, good morning, Jesse.
What's up?
Silent Aquatics.
Where are we?
Hey, Jesse, how come you ain't here this morning?
Yeah, you need to take a drive up, like right now. Got Mexicali here. What's up?
The more you do it, the more comfortable. Yeah, right on. I'm still not as comfortable as I am face to face. I'll be honest with you.
And I find that the streams where someone else is there, either virtually or in person, it's a lot easier to keep a stream going. I have a little bit of an issue where while I'm talking on stream, I start jumping all around the place and lose my train of thought, get a little anxious, and end up just kind of finding a exit point at some point relatively shortly afterwards.
Right.
You know.
What I've done, I got a list of stuff on my phone, my notes, questions, ideas that I have it beside me all the time. That way, if something also goes blank, I can look down and it will kind of bring me back to where I'm at. So that's a tip for those that have issues with that, like me. So
yeah, I'll definitely have to start doing that a little bit more. It's a great idea.
One of my viewers told me, Vibes, you do a good job of staying on topic and having a topic or idea ahead of time before. Yeah. So that's the bonus tip. That's because I have it written down. Otherwise, I'm a mess.
Yeah, and having the streams where everything is just on the spot, impromptu style, those I definitely struggle with a lot more. I really enjoy having a planned topic or at least a planned direction of the stream. You know, definitely helps.
But I enjoy both sides of the structured live stream and the random pop up. You know, the both have the place in the live stream.
Yeah, I like doing the random pop ups too, but I still prefer to have a topic planned for that pop up.
So you're thinking in the future that you'll have a weekly live stream scheduled?
It's possible in the future, but right now I'd prefer to keep it as pop ups just because of my current schedule. I never know when I'm going to have the time or energy after work, and my days off are every other week, and I don't know, just for right now, it'll work out better just doing it as a random pop-up here and there.
Hey, that's what I did for, I don't know, 6 months of live streaming. It's just pop-ups.
Yep.
So until I found a spot that was available. I mean, the evenings, there's a lot of live streaming going on, but basically every evening. So it's kind of hard to find a spot. If you're here in America and want to do a live stream, it's hard to find an open slot.
Yes, a lot of fish tubers out there now.
Which I'm not saying it's wrong to live stream over someone else. It's not. Hey, if it works for your schedule, do it, because your viewers are going to be there no matter what you do.
Yep. Yeah, and I have accidentally streamed over top of someone else before. I don't like to do it, mainly because I enjoy going to watch other people's streams. So if I'm currently on camera myself streaming, well, now I have to go to the replay crew and I can't chat and mingle with the community.
Right. Now, I have done some pop-ups and still, or live streams, and some also going live. Same time, some reason, anyways, I have my phone or my TV turned on and we're watching the chat, But I don't know, is that a bad thing?
No, definitely not.
As long as, it's a little hard to stay focused when that's going on, but.
Yep. Yeah, I know if I was to do that, I'd start replying to the comments that are on the other stream. I'd verbally reply to those comments.
Which, that'd be hilarious.
Yep.
So what would you eat this morning for breakfast?
Nothing yet.
What?
Nope.
Are you going to survive the whole day without breakfast?
Oh, no. I'm going to hop over to McDonald's quick and grab a sandwich, go back to the room and finish resecuring the bags of shrimp and get my vendor table set up.
So it's not set up yet?
Oh, I don't even have anything in there yet.
Damn.
Yeah, I've been busy.
Wow.
I've been back and forth to the airport a few times yesterday. And
awesome. So we got a personal Uber driver in the fish van, for those that don't know.
I do not work for Uber.
It's called Fuber. Fish tuber, Fuber. So it's like an hour drive to the airport from here?
Yeah, it was an hour drive, but with traffic, it was about an hour and a half. It got pretty hairy over towards Philadelphia. And then on the way back, it was pretty bad as well with Dan and Jason. We were stuck on one of the off ramps for, I want to say, like half an hour.
Whoa.
And I mean, a mystery snail can crawl quicker than we were going.
So did you bring any snails along?
What's that?
Did you bring any Mr. Snails along?
I brought a couple for the show. I don't have any for sale yet.
Are the ones on the show for sale after?
Yep. Yeah,
An
I'm gonna toss everything that I enter into the show will be in the auction.
Nice.
So if anyone wants one of my shrimp or one of my snails, definitely go to the auction on Sunday.
And that's at 11:30, right?
Let me check the schedule. I've got it here on my phone.
Nice. See, I told you he's got it all scheduled out for us.
Yeah, the auction starts at 11:30 a.m. on Sunday.
Nice.
And it goes until everything is sold out, and that concludes the whole clash after that.
Right. Now, of course, those that are still here can hang out afterwards.
Right. Yep.
Now, hey, those watching it now, is an encouragement. If you're a fish tuber and you're at the clash, sign in on the schedule. That way, those that couldn't make it can still be here.
Yeah. There's definitely a lot of open spots on the calendar on the door here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll repeat it again for anyone who is currently awake and at the clash. The door is unlocked. Come on in and crash the stream if you'd like. I'd love to have each and every one of you in here if possible.
Mm-hmm. That way, vibes can go back to sleeping. So, this is a question for you, Tim.
Yep.
Do you find it hard to live stream by yourself, like a co-host?
Yeah, it's definitely a lot easier with a co-host, and Scotty's been super, super awesome at keeping everything flowing smoothly while I'm streaming. He's been my co-host whenever he's available, and I'm super appreciative of that.
Mm-hmm.
If it weren't for him, my streams would be 10 times worse.
Right. Yeah. I try to not live stream too often by myself because it can get a little, call it, drawn out.
Yep.
And when you have someone to talk to, someone to bounce questions off of, ideas off, it makes it a little more even though the chat's there to talk to, but it's not the same as
Right. Having an actual verbal conversation with someone else
Right.
is definitely a lot easier.
So if you're in the chat and want to do a live stream, hey, hit up one of us fish tubers.
Yeah, absolutely.
We can schedule it. We can do pop up, whatever.
Yeah. Even if you don't want to show your face on camera, StreamYard does allow you to hide your camera but still have your voice up there.
Right.
And I've seen that quite a few times.
You know, it's a way to start. I mean, if you were asking back then if I'd be here today, I mean, where I'm at today, it'd be like, there's no way. But you got to start somewhere.
Right. And you got to learn to crawl before you can learn to walk, and you got to learn to walk before you start running.
So where are you at in that stage? Are you running?
I'd say I'm still kind of walking.
But hey, he lost the cane and the clutches. He's on his own.
Yep.
That's awesome. So how many people are you thinking plan to show up today as customers?
Oh, I have no clue. I know Scotty said that the pre-registrations have surpassed last year's all-inclusive number, which is super, super amazing. It's definitely going to be busy. It's definitely going to be a whole lot of fun.
I'm thinking, was it like 300?
I know it was over 300.
Something like that.
Yep.
It was like, wow.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know if you even saw my live stream last night, early evening. I did like a pop up on Instagram, and I was showing all the bags. It was like,
yeah,
it blows my mind how many people have pre-registered.
So have you popped into the vendor room at all last night to kind of scope out what everyone brought?
Yeah. That's a idea. If you're a fish tuber or whatever, come early. You can kind of take a look at see what's available and get your first dibs.
Yep.
Hey, some people were even buying last night. But actually, I was talking to Didi about that. I said, Didi, be careful how much you buy because the vendors are going to be sold out. There's not going to be a clash.
Yeah, speaking of that, I did place a pre-order with Briam's Fish Fam, and that's I've got a few different things in there. I'm not going to reveal any of those secrets right now.
Right.
That will be a video that I release after the clash.
Nice.
So I'll have a video up showing everything that I got from Brienne. And then I also have a pre-order with Grant and Shelby. And those all look super healthy and super happy. So I'm super excited.
You're talking about Big Fish Farm. I actually got a t-shirt from her.
Oh, okay.
She signed it.
Nice.
So
nice.
I'm gonna definitely do like a update on the Keystone Clash after I get back. But I don't know when it's gonna be.
Yep. Yeah. So I've got a shirt from Brienne as well. She was super awesome and offered to have some shirts made for anyone attending the clash. And so I ordered one with my logo on the back of it, and I've got my name on the front. I didn't pick it up from her yet because, again, I was back and forth to the airport yesterday, and just timing, it wasn't working out. But I will have that today at some point, I'm sure.
Yeah. Hey, there's one person I met that is awesome. Eric Rarock.
Yes, he is awesome.
He's the same in person as he's on camera, which is kind of weird.
Yeah. Yep.
Of course, he was a big hug.
Yeah, I met Eric last year at the Clash for the first time, and he was a lot of fun. And then he was also at the Chicago Aqua Shella.
Nice. So you think you can? How can we as Southerners encourage the ones from the Northeast to come down to Dallas, like Aqua Shella?
Oh, I say just do it. When I went to the Chicago Aqua Shella, that was the largest event that I've been to. The only other event at that point was the Keystone Clash last year. But it was a whole lot of fun. There's a lot going on, a lot to wrap your head around, and just do it. You're going to meet a lot of really, really awesome people. Primetime Aquatics was there. KG Tropicals was there. We saw Corey from Aquarium Co-op and Zenzo and Dean. Dustin's Fish Tank was there. Just a whole lot of people. And I know I missed at least 30 names So that is not an all-inclusive list by any means.
Right. So how do you rate the Clash versus Aqua Shella?
They're completely different animals. Aqua Shella is a little bit more commercialized in a way, I guess you could put it. You have a lot of the bigger names attending that as vendors, and there's a lot more going on just to, with the frag off and everything else. They've got a huge list of guest speakers over there, and there's always a speaker currently up there. But that was a lot of fun. Here at the Clash, it's a lot more personal, a lot more intimate. There's a lot more time to mingle with the community and interact. And for anyone looking to get into vending, the prices were actually pretty decent for a booth. So it's definitely a good way to get into that if that's the direction you want to take. But being a club auction or a club event rather, you do have a lot of local people here that you get to meet and introduce yourself to and interact with. And there's a lot of people here that have very specific specialties that you can chat with and kind of pick their brain.
Right. So you think that the Clash will ever get to the point of size of Aqua Shella?
I hope that it gets to the size of Aqua Shella, but I also hope that it stays this personal.
Amen. So how would that all work out to keep it that way?
I don't know. I've never done it before, so.
Because when you get something that big, you have a lot. You're working with a higher vendor count and the name products, So it's a little harder to keep it personal, when you get to that point.
Right. But I guess just trying to influence more of the smaller channels and stuff to come out while still gaining the attraction of the larger names. I think that would be something that would have to happen to keep it personal.
Right. I didn't notice that we have a speaker this time from overseas.
Yeah. That's Andres Tanke, I think is how you pronounce his last name.
And where's he from?
Germany.
Cool. So I'm guessing he's going to be talking about some of his collection?
I'm not sure. I can pull up the Keystone Clash website real quick and find out.
I'm sorry. I ask all these questions that Tim don't know. I'm sorry.
All right. So let's see. His first talk today is 1 o'clock to 2:15, and the topic is Corridors in Theory and Practice. And then tomorrow, he has another talk scheduled. Let me find it here on the schedule quick. It's 2:30 p.m. to 3:45, and it is the world of epistogramma. Nice.
So those are both great topics.
Yeah.
And as I understand, these are not recorded, right?
No, nope. None of them are recorded. I don't know if they have the option to have them recorded if the speaker chooses to do so.
Right.
But I imagine that some of them won't want it recorded just because, that's their product that gets them out to all the clubs. So if it's recorded, now more people have access to it.
Yep, and then they stay home.
Right. But with that said, each time that you give a talk, even if it's the same exact topic, there's going to be certain things that are slightly different in each of them.
And also, this is where you can ask questions too.
Yeah. And just the question and answer section of the talks is always going to be vastly different from the last one, even if the main topic of the night is the same exact thing.
And I just thought of the top of my head, you could have 10 speakers and all have the same topic, and it'd be all different.
Oh yeah. Just look at the videos on YouTube. How many videos are there on something simple like cycling an aquarium. I can learn something different from every single one of them, you know?
And just hey, another tip: just because you see on YouTube doesn't mean it's 100% accurate. So do your research.
Right. A lot of it is just personal experiences. And say you have John over here saying that this is what he does and he has success with it. Well, you don't know that he's only done it with 1 or 2 different tanks. Then you go to Joey over here and he's done it. He's tried that same thing with 30 or 40 tanks and he's only getting a 10% success rate with it.
Right. And each fish, each shrimp, each snail, each have their own personality. So you can't put a tag on everything, you know.
Right. I know just in my personal tanks, I do different fertilizing schedules and stuff like that. Even if it's the same exact plant mass and same exact plant selection in the tank, for whatever reason, they're just slightly different.
So what fertilizers do you recommend and use?
It really all depends on what your plants are wanting. I like the Thrive and the Aquarium Co-op. They've got a somewhat similar composition. I've got a chart that I found on Facebook that breaks it all down for all the major fertilizer brands. And I can post that up in my community tab later on for everyone.
Awesome. I use both. Yeah, they both do great.
Oh yeah, definitely. For heavily stocked tanks though, I don't really like them too much because they do have a bit of nitrogen and phosphate in them. So what I use instead is from the 2-Hour Aquarist APT free. And that's a comprehensive fertilizer that just removes the nitrogen and the phosphate.
Nice.
So there's no nitrogen or phosphate being added in, but you have everything else in the proper proportion. So if you've got an overstocked tank that you're feeding all the time, you've already got nitrogen going in and already have phosphate going in from the foods.
So if you're overfeeding, do you really need fertilizer? Or is there stuff is missing when you don't get fertilizer?
There's always going to be something missing. You need all of the building blocks in order for the plant to fully thrive.
Right.
Without you could have every nutrient that the plant needs except for one, and for whatever reason, it's just going to absolutely struggle sometimes. Certain nutrients, I forget which ones, certain nutrients, if they're not present for the plant can't uptake certain other nutrients. So certain nutrients are dependent on other nutrients to be there.
So since I live with hard water, what plants would you say that would survive?
Hard water? Crips. Easy answer.
You see that pun? That was good.
So how hard of water are we talking?
Out of my tap, it's coming out at 573 TDS.
Oh, mine's over 600. You're fine.
Wow. So mine's nothing then.
Yeah, I've got 17 GH, 11 KH. Right out of the tap, it's 8.6 pH. And then after I degas it overnight, it drops down to 8.2. So it's like perfect for Sulawesi.
Oh yeah, right.
I don't have to mess around with the salts or anything if I was to get into those.
Right. That's awesome. So doing water changes, will that improve the quality of the plant versus just topping off?
Oh yeah. Doing water changes is definitely necessary. That's going to strip away some of the excess nutrients that weren't used by the plant. But you still need to put nutrients back in right away. That way the nutrients are back in the proper proportions. Each plant's going to use certain nutrients at a different rate. So you might have a tank where your plants are just sucking up every little bit of potassium, like if there's a lot of Java ferns in there. But then you go to a crypt tank and you're looking for more calcium and iron in the water.
So in other words, what you need is have the right amount of plants that eat everything, right?
Right. Just finding that balance and trying to maintain that balance is definitely key. And by doing frequent water changes and following a strict fertilizing schedule, a strict lighting schedule, that's where you're going to find the most success, in my opinion.
Lake to land, heading to window room now. Nice.
Hey,
So have you met Lake to land yet?
yes, yeah.
I
Yeah,
have.
I met her and Laura yesterday.
Nice. Yeah, actually, there's quite a few fish tubers are not coming until there today or even tomorrow, coming tomorrow morning.
Yeah, there's
So-
still a lot of people that need to get here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm already overwhelmed with how many people I've met this year compared to last.
Right. Yeah, some of the fish tubers didn't realize that it started today. Someone thought it was like tonight and then tomorrow.
Oh, gotcha.
So that's why they're coming late today,
Mhm.
But
Yep. Well, we're approaching the hour mark, and that's all I've got scheduled here in the YouTubers Lounge. Do you have any final thoughts?
final thoughts. I would recommend if you're thinking about doing a live stream for videos, just do it. And if you're not going to an event, find a local club that has a convention of some sort and just check it out. But until next time, do your water changes, love your family and friends, and come check out Tim. He's awesome.
Yeah, so my final thoughts, just basically a mirror of what he said. Come to more events, turn your camera on. It's a lot of fun. And even if you're not talking, just show us some of your projects that you have going on. You can add captions to it real easily if you need to let us know what's going on, if it's not clear just from a video. But yeah, definitely get involved in the community. It's a whole lot of fun. You're going to meet a lot of really awesome, really cool people. And yeah, so I think that's it. I'm going to start getting my vendor booth set up. I've got about an hour before that room opens. So until next time, guys, see ya.